side we only have Pride, who will probably try and find them, or try. Are they even invisible?
Oh, I don't know at the moment.
They aren't, or is it bugged for me?
I couldn't see them as
So
I was having a look.
we have them kind of delayed, so the caps might go through on either side, and in the mid we're gonna have a big team fight. Misha now still going to the mine, probably only leaving a portal.
Just going to have a look at Misha's point of view right now. Yeah, he's just kind of running up towards the back of the keep at the moment. So this team fight at mid really is where we're kind of at the moment. Lipion's really looks like he's going to be the focus target currently on this point. Melee doing quite a good job at bunkering just on point at the moment. Looks like he's running it low on a couple of cooldowns. He is quite low on HP. He's got quite a lot of conditions, got some left. He does have renewed focus left as well. He's down to about 5k HP, so he is in a bit of trouble here.
Burst on Frelina.
Oh,
Shad
missed
was really
it
on him, but the knockback could pretty much present. Although the damage is enough, the stun goes through.
Good job. Yeah, I mean that's
Great,
going to be the problem.
Early.
He's going to be one of the easiest targets to burst down really quickly, especially I don't think he's actually got like Elixir S or anything like that to mitigate any of the damage or any of the burst that's going to come in from the Thief, well, from any of the DPS on the side of 55 HP monks. Just looking at Misha, he's actually gone over towards the mine point. He's got a decap currently over there. Shad's just popping up to the mid and he's just in stealth at the moment. I just wanted to drop into him to see if he's going to pull out some nice moves here over on the mid. He's just oh look, he's just jumped on Lipion. Oh, almost. He got him down to about 10-15% HP there. Nice job from him indeed. I think the focus is really on Lipion at the moment here on the midpoint, Nick.
Yeah, it is, and he really Shad really picks his moments there. We only see him going in at certain times, and that's kind of what a thief has to do. I'm always a bit aggressive on the thief and pay with my life, but he manages to do it quite well. We had some damage on Tommy Tom and Mr. Malo as well. Malo now going through around the keep on the side to recover from that. Now Bullet on the point as well, of course, has a lot of AoE potential there, as well as Misha.
Oh, I did actually. He does actually have Elixir S phrase. Sorry, so that was my bad. I didn't actually see that he had that before. Yeah, he managed to pop it just now. He actually got mowed, and he was running around the side, and he came out. He was actually getting really close to going down, and he was able to pop it and get out of the fight, kind of heal up, come back out. But he's actually doing a nice little job of kind of jumping around the side at the moment and almost going down from full damage. Got to be careful. He does have his heal, so he's going to be okay. Kind of looking at Lord Asura at the moment, who is the next focus target for this team. He does have a lot of conditions coming onto him, a lot of blind, poison, and burning. He is very close to going down. He's going to go down right now. Going to jump over to the position of Bullet to see how they go with this. They did get him down.
Yeah, the team fight, at least with the focus here. Lord Asura down, Unbreakable Pride almost going down. Really has to run there. We have the battle standard from Lipion to pick Lord Asura back up, but also Lipion in a little bit of trouble here. So really good for the team fight here for 55 HP, as well as the double outer point cap. So the points are ticking really in their favor, and Shad is currently trying to pick a fight with Frelina, who already had to pop his Elixir. And Shad now, yeah, he defended the point, is invisible, and is kind of waiting for Frelina to maybe start a second attempt once he's wrecked some health.
Yeah, this is the problem we're going to see on these on the team of Cheese mode. I mean, they've got no Thief, they've got no Mesmer, their mobility is lacking, their burst potential is going to be lacking as well. It does feel like their damage is just going to lack in this, and 55 HP monks are just going to be able to burst each person down in all the team fights. So probably, Cheese Mode need to try and bunker up on the sides a little bit more, try and split up the team fight, and just out-sustain them on the sides and out-survive them if they possibly can.
Well, we have now had a stomp from Tommy Tom, whatever. So they are a man down there. But they have got the decap now phrased down. Shad has managed to win the 1v1 there. He did get the decap off. Of course, as a thief, he can't really stay on the point and set the focus on winning the 1v1 itself.
That nice little portal play there from Misha as well. Oh, Shad actually almost went down there. Just lucky. Just managed to get off those conditions as well and heal up. And he's going to jump onto Azron. Oh, Azron low HP. He was really almost burst him down there. He does have a couple of spirits up, which helped. But he's really low now. He needs to watch out.
He got caught now, and he's a bit out of position. Bullet is coming to res him. He managed to stealth himself before going down, so they actually got him pretty good. I wonder why there wasn't more AoE from the side of Cheese Mode.
Yeah, I'm not too
onto
sure
the
there.
refuge.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, to be honest. I think they're kind of busy around the map. You know, the engineer's over on the mine at the moment. He's one of the best
Misha's
people
so
to drop
close
that as well.
Getting back up, they really had some bursts on there to keep him down, but in the end they managed to do it. I think they rest with 2 people in the end there. Misha tried to get out, a bit chased by Lipion. Ezron just going through to the hinge is probably going to get the decap because nobody is following him yet. Now, where? Oh, Ezron, Bullet ported there. Thought he was going to go after Ezron there to keep him from capping, but he might actually get that. But even if they get the henge there, we can't forget that we already have it 280 to 40 points.
So much.
That's a big advantage.
It's not easy to come back from. If anyone could do it, it could probably be cheese mode, but it does look like at the moment they're kind of actually moving a lot better around the map. Like Kazron's gone for side node. Maybe it's maybe he'll actually go for the mine as well now. And we do see, you know, if we look at the opposite team, cheese mode at the moment going down in different places on the map, they're going to lose mid. They can't really disengage because 55 HP monks will just chase them down and kill them anyway. So it's better to just try and keep the point contested. But as they win that team fight like Tommy has just done, he's actually just come back over towards the mine to actually keep it defended. Now he's going to be okay for a bit of time on this 1v1. We do see Mr. Melo coming up in the background over on the mine point as well to come and back him up. And this isn't really the point that cheese mode want to be on at the moment, really, against these two kind of bunkery characters, especially the Guardian as well. But here comes Misha to drop some burst damage in. He's going to be focusing mainly on Lord Asura, who really having some issues here, but doing a nice job at line of sighting just around the side of the kind of wooded area. The word just escaped me, unfortunately, Nick.
Wooded area?
Wooded area with wood in it. It's a mine shaft outside.
I don't know. I'm German.
I couldn't think of it. The scaffolding. There you go.
Okay. Yeah. My defense is always I'm German. We've got Misha going to the henge and actually getting the cap back, which might result in a soon-to-be 3 cap. We had Fredina trying an attack on the midpoint on keep, but Shad has kind of made it his mission in life now to take Fredina out of the game. He was waiting in between the keep and the beach and really trying to find the people, have a look out for them, and Fredina got in his crosshairs first, so he's taken out. Ezra having some problem, just trying to survive.
I might just tell you before you continue to shoutcast that GG has been called and everyone's standing still.
Well, Ezra was
you were doing a good job there.
Ezra was running around.
Yeah. Those guys were, but I didn't want you to keep going on the other side of the map. Just let you keep going. Yeah, really solid from 55, really, to be honest. Bullet doing a really good job coming into the team as well. I know he does play with them, fair enough, quite a lot as well, and they're all kind of good friends. So fair play to those guys. I think the scores are just going to kind of run out as we go into the next map. But I'm going to quickly jump back into the cams, and 55 HP monks taking this first game, Nick.
And a lot more straightforward than I thought.
Yeah, same actually.
I gotta say, I told in the beginning when you asked me who was gonna go into the semifinals, I thought that Cheese Mode would take this. But to be fair, I also had a bit of the old Cheese Mode picture in my mind with the old setup they were running. And well, with the new setups, with the new people in the teams, apparently Cheese Mode got a little bit of a beating there.
Yes, a little bit of a thrashing is definitely fair enough to say. Like you say, I mean, the lineups changed. The only really thing that, I mean, 55 HP monks is not so, but you know, their DPS section, which is, you know, solidly Misha and Shad are still, you know, together significantly to the point where they're still practicing and they're still happy to, and they've played together for ages, you know, since this has begun, really. And they really, yeah, they absolutely kind of, you know, annihilated them, really. And it, you know, the red team, they are lacking a thief. They're lacking some. They're lacking some bursty DPS, some burst damage. Unless I've missed something and someone's playing Killshot Warrior, I don't know. Which is something I'll be very sad about. But hey ho. But yeah, I mean, how do you think they can come back into this next game, Nick?
The question is, do I think that?
Do you think? Yeah, do you think they will come back into this next
Not
game?
necessarily how.
Yeah.
Well, we've always. I would say that the mobility is definitely on the side of 55 here, and we have seen Cheese Mode is going for a bit more bunker-orientated lineup here, a bit more sustainability, which is just annihilated by the burst potential and by the really good focus damage we're seeing from 55 here.
Yeah.
So at one point really glad to see that even if you go bunker, I kind of would have liked them to go full-on bunker. Kind of the nasty setups we've seen a couple of times, and once I think in the last Weekly Cup we casted together. Which actually was the last one.
Yeah.
I don't know, but they managed to use the burst against the tankiness, and I like it. I like bursty setups, and I think we're not going to see much of a difference on this map. It is easier to kind of make up for the lack of mobility on this map because the points are closer together. But that also means that Shut and Misha can use the portals, can get to the points really quickly. We have Lord Asura who can make a pretty solid backpoint defender, but still, if the damage on 55 side, which is kind of almost everyone, goes there with 2 people and the reaction from possibly a big mid fight isn't immediate, an single elementalist as a backpoint defender is gonna be down pretty quickly. At least if we go on what we've seen from the burst potential from the last match.
Yeah, and with Bullet there as well.
Hold on pretty quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on long.
They can't even sustain in the way they're playing at the moment because they're actually dying really, really quickly. And they're focusing the right people. I mean, the main target I would focus in any team would have been the engineer. I mean, that's just kind of the way it is.
Now we've actually got Frelina on back on Lady Asura on the Warrior. So they kind of noticed Frelina was just dead for most of the game.
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean,
or trying to survive somehow.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and that's credit to 55, and it's nothing on Frelina's gameplay at all because it is very tough to play an engineer in those kind of fights. If you get immobilized, then you're kind of screwed. He was using Elixir S and he was doing some good movement and stuff, but he was running more than he was doing damage half the time, unfortunately, and that's just down to really 55 HP Monk's focus, and they've got to kind of counter that, and the counter is back to classic cheese mode. We're going to go back to the 2 warriors, but they're still missing the thief.
Well, the 2 warriors actually might give them the chance to screw a bit more with Shut.
Yeah.
There's a bigger chance for Shut to get caught in one of the CCs that's flying around if he engages. In the last fight, he always managed to get out. He got caught once, but then the rest was pretty straightforward, and they were lacking the AoE. There didn't come an interrupt on the rest, even though they kind of had the refuge area to go for, which is always difficult.
Yeah,
it's definitely a good move to go with a warrior there, but I don't think we're going to see a big difference.
Yeah,
so let's have a look at the splits.
Yeah, go for it, Nick. You're the man.
We've got Lipion going for the quarry, and possibly 3 people going for the quarry from 55 side.
Wow. Okay.
Are they going to do that? No.
Oh no, doesn't look like it.
Tommy Tom is going to go for the 1v1. We have Bullet in a 2v1 on Waterfall, which at the moment he is sustaining. And in the middle, Ezron and Unbreakable Pride. Do they really want to go for... No, Unbreakable Pride kind of looking around. Melo still managing to hold out, but already took quite a lot of damage. But I think he's also kind of trying to keep his cooldowns as much as possible.
Yeah, that's the thing, because the mid fight's probably it will come to the mid at some point, and he just wants to make sure that he's got his cooldown. Although he should be okay, really, if he comes back to that.
The actions going on Quarry, we have Unbreakable Pride now moving there. Lipion had a lot of trouble because they did go with the 3 bursty people going for the Quarry. Tommy Tom, of course, bringing the support there, and Lipion having some problems going down, but in a perfect position for Unbreakable Pride to rest there.
Bang on point there, indeed, yeah.
Shut, however, is down. It wasn't 3, it was 2. Excuse my stupidity there. Shut got killed now is off point, got knocked off point, bleeding out at the waterfall. So that's the first cap we're going to see there. Unbreakable Pride really bringing the sustain that is necessary for Lipian to do something against Misha here. Although he's trying to use the terrain, having some problems with Misha, even if he's trying to use the terrain. And if he dies here, where he's now, he's screwed.
Such
Pride isn't going to be able to res him there.
Exactly, yeah, this is the problem. I mean, Misha's kind of suckering him out at the moment, and he's kind of, you know, the problem is if Lipion goes back on the point, Misha's easily going to be able to kite round, he's going to be able to line of sight, come out. Oh, saying that, Misha actually just gets completely nailed by Lady Asura there, I do believe. And he's actually going to go down really quickly. It's a tiny mistake. I'm not sure they were aware that Lady Asura was actually there as well, where he was. But Bullet has actually gone down a mid. So Red possibly could pick up a 2-cap if they can quickly... Oh, look at Malo. That rotation over towards the quarry at the moment. But the only team getting any points on the scoreboard at the moment, Nick, is indeed Cheese Mode.
Shut is now actually managing to keep Bullet alive, who almost died due to Ezron there. He's trying to res him, but, well, that's not going to do anything now, but he managed to keep him alive. Almost had Ezron there. Maybe a steal would have actually got him down, but Pride was there either way. I think 55 went a bit too far to actually... They wanted the 3-point fights. They wanted to fight on every point. I think they should have cleared up Quarry before Shad actually went to Waterfall to help out Bullet, which kind of was a little bit too late.
Indeed. I mean, when you're that bunkery, they can out-sustain like in 1v2, 1v1s and 2v2s maybe with the 2 warriors, but then also... they just had the problem. Maybe they should have actually pushed far when they were going to. That might have actually been a better, because they're actually getting wiped mid at the moment. 55 HP monks. Misha and Shad both going down, unfortunately. Azron going for that down. Shad's just going to port away. He is indeed going to be dead. Mr. Malo as well going down on the quarry. The whole team of 55 HP monks at the moment getting wiped along across the map. Bullet did die. He did come back for the respawn, going to Waterfall, getting that decap, but Lord Asura being very fast off the button there and actually coming back to keep it contested. But now we do have the mid cap by Cheese Mode, which is going to be really good in this game.
Misha now on his way to go to the quarry. I don't know if he really wants to be there. That could be really problematic. Tommy TomTom already down now. He decides to go out there, get out and run and retreat, because against those two I don't think he would have really stand a chance. We have Unbreakable Pride in the midpoint at the moment, but I think Lady Asura is going to take over there, because Unbreakable Pride already kind of wants to pick up a fire greatsword there and possibly move to Waterfall, where at the moment we have Bullet going down. Bullet has been stomped.
What is going on, Nick? 150 points, 2 caps as Cheese Mode, and we have not even seen 1 kill from 55 HP monks. If anyone is coming into this game now, Cheese Mode, 55 HP monks kind of destroyed Cheese Mode in the first game, and now it's happening to them, but with the exception of they haven't scored any points, guys. 55 HP monks really getting a kind of owned here.
55 now, the rest should probably go through. No, he's not going through. Misha is gonna get ported away. Shad's coming in for the refuge, but I don't think can they actually get the stomp. Malo has to use the terrain there to get out of the damage there, and even Shad is almost down just from trying to res Misha. Got into the AoE. The move to the 2 warriors, it did wonders against the fight with really the two people who have the sustain. They have the Elementalist and they have Malo on 1 point, and the 2 warriors just won that 2v2. On the rest of the points, you only have the damage potential. You had Shad and Misha together on midpoint, which is a lot of damage, but they just can't sustain that, which we saw. We had one switch where it was a 3v2 and they went down in seconds, and therefore Cheese Mode secured the midpoint there. They're spread too thin.
Really? I mean, they really are. And, you know, how these guys are getting around the map so quickly, the response time is really good. I mean, Lipion actually might be the first 5 points that 55 HP monks will get, but he still might be okay. He's doing an excellent job of line of sighting around this cliff over on the quarry, and because of that signet, he's going to get healed up a lot here. Bullet can't chase him, not fast enough. Misha's trying to find him, but he is going to get bursted down there by Shad.
And now we have a good possibility here. We have all three of them there, so they can take out people really quickly. Misha had a bit of problems with the 1v1 he got forced into because Bullet kind of had to have an eye on Lipion that he didn't just rack to full health. But Pride is already there who can bring the support for Lotus Sura, and also get the easy stomp on Misha there.
I mean, this is pretty insane, Nick. I mean, the free cap now coming out across the map for cheese mode. The bunkering, the keeping the points like contested. 55 HP monks haven't capped a point yet. They've only contested. I don't think they've not recapped anything. They've only got 2 kills. So that's literally all they've done. So this changing back over to Warrior, the classic cheese mode, is just absolutely working for them at the moment, man. And I have no idea who's going to win Kylo. I mean, Kylo would be... I mean, really, at the moment, it's over. 400 points to 10. I don't even think it's possible to come back. Like Lord Rush, possibly, yeah.
And they caught a bit of a break, having Pride down there, but the battle standard came in.
Indeed.
Lipion going down, but the rest from 2 people is pretty secure on there. Although I don't know where the damage is really going. We have now... Bullet and Shot chasing 2 different people. I don't know why they're not trying to focus a little bit. Maybe, keeping regular Pride busy there, and also with the Immobilize, of course, from the Panic Strike. And good move there. Lipion now having troubles as well, but it's a bit too late. They managed to at least get a bit of control from one point. They could try and do something from this point on, but we already are at 450 points in a couple of seconds. So that's not really going to do much. 22 so ridiculously clear games.
And in the favour of both teams as well. It's just, yeah, it's absolutely insane. I don't know what's going on in the chat at the moment, but you know, with the with the Warriors, it feels like, you know, they're just rotating the way. I need to double check what the weapons they're both running again. Longbow hammer, and undoubtedly the other Warriors running it probably the same, but they're probably rotating all their abilities. They're rotating, you know, things like combustive shot, the hammer ability, the F1 ability as well, their knockdowns. And when they're working 2v2, anyone that tries to get close, like Shad or Misha, they're just going to get absolutely destroyed. You know, it's going to be tough.
We now had kind of the first signs of a possible comeback on the side of 55, doing what they need to do. They need to get situations where they are 2v1. They need to move over the map more quickly to really outsmart them and force cheese mode to be in fights with less people. They need to use the mobility, and before we had these kind of what we normally see if we have 2 really tanky setups. 3 fights on 3 points with not much moving in between. Not much movement, not much rotation there.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Waterfall was open for quite a long time as well, and I'm surprised that Shad or Misha didn't just kind of run over there instantly to try and get a decap. That's quite surprising. And it was actually Bullet from a respawn which actually got the decap on that. So I don't know, it feels like they're being really, you know, they're just focusing on the kills more than their rotations, because normally their rotation game is pretty bloody good. But in that game, it wasn't at all. I mean, they couldn't. They just, you know, cheese mode were forcing them on points at times. They were doing well to chase. I thought Misha had Lipion back on that quarry fight, and, you know, he kind of came onto the point and got screwed, really. Very interesting. Good games, really. I mean, interesting more than, I don't know, what would you say? I'm trying to pick a word.
It's going to be now really interesting to see what Battle of Kylo going to do. Because, well, we had the map change, but we also had the change to Double Warrior again from the Engineer. And to be honest, in the first match, Cheese Mod kind of played with 4.5 people. Because Frelina was dead most of the time, or getting chased around and just struggling to survive.
Yeah, indeed.
We also had a lot of aggression on Ezron there. Ezron, however, doing quite well in the last game in the 1v1s.
Yeah, really good, actually. Pardon me, he's not actually here for me to quickly go through his build. Just as you were talking now, I did go through his build because I got a couple of whispers asking me if I could. Just because we hadn't gone through it, I did actually just nip through it very quickly. Yeah, he was doing a really good job in those 1v1s, and he's supporting with his spirits as well. So the amount of bunker coming out from these guys is actually quite surprising. How they were still quite mobile really around the map, weren't they? I mean, they were still getting into points because the guys on the team are so bunkery. They can hold out for a long time, they can nip to another point, try and get a couple of kills, come back, support, and you know, they'll be okay. And it's just, that's so annoying when you're an opposite team, because you just don't think, it doesn't feel like you can do anything against that. But
in the first game, they really picked their one person out of a team fight and got rid of him instantly. This time around, as I mentioned, they went for the equal fights, for the 2v2s and the 3v3s, and even the 1v1, and that isn't really going well for them.
Yeah.
On this map, especially, I always mention that the clock tower is an interesting midpoint, because we have such a different speed with which classes can get there. If we have a look at the side of 55, we've got Misha on Mesmer with a teleport, we've got Shet with a teleport, we've got an Elementalist Tom with a teleport, we have Bullet, possibly with, if he gets a target, with the Judge's intervention.
That's right.
To port into mid. On the side of Cheese Mode, we have Lord Sura, and that's it. No one else can get quickly with a teleport onto the midpoint. So if we don't, there definitely is a movement advantage, even larger than just through the classes now with the class and clock tower combination.
Yeah, that's it, and you're completely right. I mean, they should be able to really, I mean, 55 should be able to take this game quite easily, even with getting to the treb and stuff like that as well as the map, like you said, rotation around the map, just going exactly right, straight through the map, rather than having to go kind of around the pathways that the Warriors have to do. And anyone on that team, other than the LA possibly, you know, I mean, it's going to take them a long time to back up those points. So really, you would kind of think this could go to 55. But at the same time, the movement of Cheese Mode is very good, and how they've been backing up the nodes as well. So
I'd say class-wise, they have the map advantage. That's pretty clear. But it's always way more important how the teams play the maps. And I don't know, I really want to see 55 going to force the outnumbered situations here. I want to see them play like they played on Niflhel.
Yeah. Okay, Nick, we're going to go into this game now. You're going to be going through the splits for us once again, as we do see Cheese Mode currently buffing up some speed.
Okay, what are they going for? Oh, we see actually Shut and Misha going into the mine direction. At first, no one is yet having an idea to go to the trebuchet. Shut having a lookout for possibly attack on Mansion. Lady is Sura, so Frelina on the windmill to get the cap there. We have Bullet trying to force 1v1. He's gonna get on the point soon enough. We're gonna get the cap first and now we're gonna see something good, which is the portal at the Mansion, so Misha can go full on into the aggression, or as we're gonna see on the trebuchet. And that could, especially in the mid-fight where we now see a bit of a focus going in a couple of seconds, could really turn it around.
Yeah, Bullet was, I'm not sure he was paying attention there to the Warrior, because he did actually have Endure Pain up, so all his burst was kind of wasted there, really. Just having a look at Lord Asura now on the side of the point. He is the main focus at the moment, down to about half HP. He is going to be okay if he can just line of sight, possibly Bullet as well. And it doesn't look like here, sorry, the other Warrior, Lipion, was just backing him up there. So that's what Cheese Mode are really, really, really good at. If someone gets focused, someone else jumps to kind of their defense, and they'll start attacking the opposite team that are actually they've got all the focus on there. So they're going to take that focus away so many times. And Lord Asura is actually okay again. It's almost up to about 3/4 HP, and they've actually turned the tides round and got Bullet down just off point as well.
Yeah, but on the other 2 points, we have exactly what I wanted to see see. We have Shad immediately going for the decap. I had a bit of a scare when Lady Asura went for the possible decap on Mansion, but they managed to get Tommy TomTom back with Misha as well, so immediately going for the 2 people to clear the situation of just one person being aggressive, which clears that up right away and enables them to kind of free up the players to have their focus now again on mid. Now Misha trying to get some pressure around, trying to actually stay on the point. Milo though getting down here and stomped. Really Cheese Mode going for the midpoint. We have Shut now defending against Ezron, but Bullet coming in build. Again 2v1 now, forcing that, and the midpoint is kind of just busy work for them. Until now, when they get the cap, now Cheese Mode can distribute the players a little bit better, and it's not going to be as easy for 55 to force the outnumbered situations.
Yeah, that's it completely. I mean, now, kind of, a couple of people died there, just to go over what just happened as well. A couple of people died coming back out to the map. Cheese Mode could have really kind of rushed just one point and just kind of, you know, which they have done. They've gone for Windmill, but they're not killing them fast enough. And it was only Bullet and Shad actually on the point. Mr. Mailer only just getting there to defend now, so Bullet can actually focus on getting some damage out. But we have seen a Treb shot coming out.
Hitting 3 people in mid. I think when they used the Trebuchet on mid, they didn't hit anyone.
I didn't notice
point.
that.
Yeah, so everyone was just really on it with the dodges. Now the Trebuchet at least got one pretty strong hit on it, but Cheese Mode, they want to go for the windmill. They want the windmill back. They have 4 people there. We have Bullet down now. Misha is on the Trebuchet, but not really hitting anything. That's just the proper players know when to dodge. The Trebuchet isn't doing much at the moment.
That's the thing, and because Shad's, they were actually focusing Shad as well, so really kind of a target on someone, maybe even on Shad, to like focus the Treb around him, so it forces them to dodge, so that he is actually not going to get as much damage on him. It's also quite a good idea sometimes to actually focus target your own team, so that you know where to hit the Treb around your teammates, which is actually kind of, you know, might seem quite counterproductive, but also kind of productive at the same time, depending on if someone's got some pressure on him. Malo's got the pressure now as well, but you know, who's going to go for this Treb? I mean, Misha's free casting on the Treb at the moment.
Yeah, but I think they're committed to the point right now. They actually managed to get quite a good burst on Bullet. They took him out right away. Now we have 3v4. Okay, the Trebuchet is of course playing a role here. There's one hitting every once in a while, but it's not as effective as we normally see it with the people who kind of forget to dodge it every once in a while. Now the focus is on Lord Asura, but Unbreakable Pride. Now the knockback was brilliant, but we still got him up from, was it the Spirit Rest? No.
I'm not too sure actually. I'd have a look at Azron. I think no, it's too long off cooldown at the moment. So I don't think it wasn't. It probably was most likely a banner somewhere around there. But they're actually pushing them out now at the moment.
They are keeping them busy. I actually would have thought at first that they really want to go if Cheese Mode overcommits with 4 people to the mansion, to the windmill. Just let them do it and kill Lippy on the clock tower. But to my own surprise, they managed to actually get this 3v4 with Trebuchet assistance. I wouldn't have thought that would work.
Same. I mean, what they've done is they've kind of retreated, which is a good idea, but they've also kind of lulled them into a full sense of security. Malo's sticking on the point and isn't able to support his team as much because he just wants to kind of stick there and make sure that they're actually going to keep the cap, because they do have 140 points on top of Cheese Mode at the moment. So this game is a lot closer than the other couple of games, and at the moment you'd really favour it in 55 HP Monk's favour. Their rotations are a lot better now.
Yeah, we're gonna see pretty much the exact same thing we saw earlier, with the little change that Malo isn't in the fight, and that could really screw them over. Bullet is the main target there, and Bullet is definitely an easier target than we have Malo. Dying in a really uncomfortable situation under the bleachers here, or whatever that's called there, the woody stuff.
The woody stuff, but that's what we're gonna call it, man. That is the name. That is the new name. We're gonna do it. That's what we're doing.
So we have a repeat of the situation, but of course, Cheese Mode now with the 4 people, also the Trebuchet in their neck, but no Malo, and that made the difference, which 55 is seeing, switching Misha and Malo. Malo now going to the team fight, but that might already be too late.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, this is exactly like you said. This is what Cheesemo should have done a hell of a lot earlier. Really, avoid the actual bunker. Just try and rotate around the map to a point where you can actually do that. And at the moment, with the points the way they are, I'd even leave Lipion just off mid. I know it's essential that they try and keep a cap to try and get back into the game, but they're almost 200 points ahead at the moment. They need to try and get him in the game. And maybe try and stick someone else mid, but who else is gonna stay mid? It doesn't matter really, to be honest. But this 1v1 Azron versus Misha currently over on the windmill is something which Azron could win. I mean, he can bunker on the point a little bit better than Misha, but Shad's come over
Misha
as well,
and
that's not a good combo.
Lipion has to stay on the midpoint because nobody can get there quick. Now Lipion is down. Is Shad immediately going to go for the decap? Yes, he is. We're going to see Shad. There's a teleport. He jumps down, getting the decap, and immediately Cheese Mode is getting punished for Lipion leaving. They had the disadvantage on the field with one less person just in the team fights always because they had Lipion on the midpoint and couldn't do anything. Since they don't have anyone who can get there really quickly, that's kind of what they had to do when they fight on the outer points. That was the advantage of 55. Now Lipion going down, he manages to get the windmill, but they immediately got the midpoint, which is soon going to be... Okay, Bullet is going to come. We have Misha. They could be quick about it. We have Malo still in a situation at the mansion. And it's a little bit of busy work, but it's only 50 points to go. So that's pretty much in the hands of 55 now.
It's going to be going to 55 HP Monks at the moment with the 2 caps, especially 464. It does look like they're going to take the kind of classic old school battle, really. I know we've got different people playing on either side at the moment, but, 2-1 to 55, pretty much, which, they did have some very close games before. 2-1s were kind of...
And there's an engage on mid, and we immediately see the decap from Misha on the windmill. They're going to put a 3 cap in. I think,
I think they gave up by then.
Now.
Yeah, I think they just,
That's just what they had to do. And
that's
they
it.
did it brilliantly on this map. It's something we don't see that often, really. Unbelievably clear matches, but with 2 different people as winners of the 2 matches. And even though we didn't have any really interesting moments, well, at least in terms of making it interesting with close endings, these were kind of really good games. We saw a lot of what the teams actually do and what can happen if they don't.
So true.
If the team comp doesn't play really to their ability, what happens?
Especially in that game. I mean, Misha, like you said, especially at the end, it was quite a good example, really, of how fast the thief can just get up to mid and decap it. You know, I mean, it would have been different if he wasn't. It would have taken him so long. Maybe he could have got the res. They might have been able to switch that fight round, but they just couldn't. It just wasn't doable. And it was just classic of how that could have happened quite a lot actually. If he actually, so that was a perfectly good reason why he did stay at mid for as long as he did, really. And there's not really much Cheesemo can do when it gets to that point. They need to think about, they need to win the first two games, because if they get to Kylo, they're going to be a bit screwed in that team comp, to be honest.
Yeah. But